Hi Sagittarius, this is your weekly spiritual wisdom reading for June 27th to July 3rd. I'm using 4 decks in your reading this week. I pre-shuffled 3 of them just to avoid you having to watch me shuffle all these decks. I'm pulling a card from the Angel Tarot cards. I'm also pulling a card from the Soul Journey Lesson cards. And I'm pulling a card from the Life Purpose Oracle cards. I'll be using the Rider Tarot deck for your overall reading. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what this week brings for you. For some of my Sagittarius, I'm sensing movement this week for you in your life, some area of your life. It's a general reading, so for my Sagittarius, you know what movement I'm talking about. There's a particular area of your life that you've been wanting to change, that you wanted to see growth in or progress or just more meaning or overall emotional fulfillment. I do see some movement forward for you. Sagittarius. June 27th. For some of my Sagittarius, I see a companion coming into your life. This person is being divinely guided to you. Could be a long-term relationship, could be a friendship. I know it's not a love reading, but I have to give you any intuitive messages that I do receive. This companion is going to bring great growth to you, and they're going to teach you many lessons that are going to help you along your path or your journey. I'm getting for most of my Sagittarius, this is going to be a friendship, a long-term life friendship. This person is going to be very significant for you in your path. They're going to be very helpful, and they're going to be very wise, full of wisdom to help you get to where you're trying to go. I feel like some of my Sagittarius have been trying to make some movement in their life to change it, but I feel like you've been getting some challenges and some obstacles that have been very difficult for you to overcome, and it's kind of made you stagnant and stuck. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. Alright, Sagittarius. I feel like this movement that you are considering is really in your best interest. And it's something that you've been desiring to do for a very long time, but just been kind of unsure of yourself if this is a right decision for you. But I'm getting that it is a right decision for you. So you should definitely move in this direction that you've been considering. It is going to bring great happiness and emotional fulfillment and contentment into your life. This is something that you've been wanting or considering for a long time now. You just have not found the strength or willpower to get yourself to move forward with it. Remember, Sagittarius, only we can make those decisions of what's best for us and actually take the action. No one's going to make the changes for us. If you want to see something different, you got to do something different. Let's see what your cards say for this week. Alright, Sagittarius. Okay. Okay. Alright, Sagittarius. Nice spread, nice spread. Kind of lines up with what I was telling you already. Alright. Some of my Sagittarius, you have been wanting to allow new into your life. The Death card is really about new, deep transformation. It's about letting go of the old parts that don't serve you, the old areas of your life that don't serve you, so that new can come in to your life. Okay, so there is some area of your life that you have been wanting to let go, some circumstance, situation, even a person that you have been wanting to let go, and you just have not actually found the willpower or the strength to go ahead. But this card signifies a new beginning for you. Once you let these old energies go, the old habits, the old lifestyle, there will be new. And so this tells me for my Sagittarius that some of you are really wanting new into your life. You're currently in a situation right now where you're trying to, or you are using your strength and your eagerness to move through the situation that you're in. You're wanting to move through it. And you're wanting to build in a stronger foundation, either financially or in your home environment. So this might be the change that I was talking about, that you've been wanting, and there's some decision you need to make to be able to get you there to this. This is what you're wanting for. You are going to be faced with a decision, or you are being faced with that decision as into what direction to move into, okay? But you're being blinded right now by fear. Like I said before I spread your cards, there's a fear of moving forward. For whatever reason, this keeps lingering in your mind, in your thoughts. You're very unsure of if you should take this step or move in this direction. It looks like you're building some solid foundations, and you are hoping for more emotional contentment and fulfillment in your life if you do decide to take this path, okay? And it looks like you're going to be using your intuition to guide you through this path or this journey, okay? This is all about doing things from the heart, what you're passionate about. You know what this is already. You've just been a little weary and a little afraid to make this move, but it is something that you want to do. This could also mean that you've been wanting to start some project or some different avenue in your life that you feel is more meaningful to you as well. And you're hoping it will bring you more emotional contentment and fulfillment and pleasure in your life, okay? Some of you are starting to realize and discover what's really important to you with the Nine of Cups. You're focusing on more of the pleasurable things in your life. You're not really too focused on a lot of the problems or the worries that are going on, but you're starting to realize what means the most to you, what you want to let go of, so that you could be emotionally happy and content as well. And like I said, you are needing to make this decision, and you're in your head about it too much, and you're really being blinded by the fear or the anxiety. A lot of times we give more power to our decisions because we fear that if we make one decision, it blocks off the possibilities or the opportunities of the other decision. But however, by not making this decision, you keep yourself stagnant and stuck, okay? This also means that some of my Sagittarius, you're blocking your heart off from people as well. You're trying to prevent yourself from being hurt, okay? Let's see what your angel message is for this week. We have Three of Air, which is a Three of Swords, which is another card about our mental process, our thoughts. And it says, great sadness. Take time to heal the need to forgive yourself or others. Okay? That's your angel message for you. It's telling you to take a rest, take a pause, allow some healing to come in. When you do have a deep new transformation, you're going to have to grieve those parts of you that you decide to leave behind, or those areas that you do decide to shed and leave behind. All right. We're so used to them, and they were such a big part of our life that it does cause us to have some grief or disappointment. And I think that's what you're fearing overall, is what your life will be like if you do go in another direction, if you do move in another direction. But like I said, it tells me that you're really eager and wanting to move through a particular situation, okay? And that you're really trying and you're really using your strength, but you're not making the overall best decision, Sagittarius. For some reason, I'm getting that for you. Your life soul lesson card for this week. These are the soul lessons that our souls need to learn so that we can move forward on our path and evolve spiritually. And it's important for our self-development. You're going to keep getting situations, circumstances, or people in your life that are going to keep bringing this up until your soul learns this lesson. Yours is adversity. And what it states is, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Like I said, you're going to have some challenges, but they are the best way to learn. So you have to make decisions. There are no right or wrong decisions. In either way that you go, you're going to learn From either way, if anything, you're going to learn how to listen to your intuition. You'll know the decision, because if you make the decision and it feels good to you, if you get excited, happy emotions, if you're at peace with it, then that is the direction for you to go in. If you're feeling a little weary or uncomfortable, or you're sensing fear as you're trying to make the decision, that is your intuition telling you that is not the right direction to move in. All right. So adversity is not always a bad thing for us. These challenges, through the challenges, it's one step at a time. Okay. And the challenges are there really to help us become our better selves, our highest self, to get us to work to our highest potential. So don't fear the change. Make the decision, Sagittarius, to do what you need to do. And through the challenges, you're going to evolve, you're going to grow, and it's going to put you on the path that you really want to be on. And for your life purpose card, some of my Sagittarius, you're already serving your life purpose. If this is what you're doing, it says you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Okay? So some of my Sagittarius, this is what you're doing already. Some of you, this is not what you're doing, but you might have had this inspiration, ideal, or thought, but thought it was really far-fetched because you've never done it and it's new, but it keeps surfacing. And for some of you that have no idea what your life purpose is, this is part of your life purpose right here. Okay? How do you know you're fulfilling your life purpose? You feel very emotionally content, satisfied. You feel like your work is meaningful and it's purposeful to you. Some people will go their whole entire life without living their life purpose, and they'll feel very discontent. They'll go to a job, they'll just put their hours in, and they'll never, ever receive fulfillment or gratification from what they do. All right, Sagittarius, I'm just going to look at your spread again and see if I get any other intuitive messages for you. I'm getting for some of my Sagittarius that you know the decision that you need to make. You really know what you want. I want to say it is in the home environment. It looks like you're trying to build some stability there. You're trying to build some solid foundations. And that it has to do with your finances. And you know that you need to make a change. You know that there's something in your life that is not serving you. And you just been kind of stuck in fear and really confused as to what to do. But like I said, that is going to cause you to have to shed the old parts of you that don't serve you any longer. Change is never easy. It is something that's very hard for us to do. But you do have the strength. If you do dig in deep within yourself, you will find your strength is there. You will find your willpower is there. And it will move you through any situation. And it tells me that some of my Sagittarius, you are there. You are moving through it. And you want to move through it. And you are optimistic about it. So it's really just time for you to make the decision overall and take your power back. And not keep giving your power to the decision. Okay, my Sagittarius, that is it for your week. I would appreciate anyone that comments or replies to the reading. And if anyone wants any further direction or guidance as to what their next steps on their path should be, just please go in the description box below. You'll see my website address on there, and you'll also see my email address. So feel free to contact me. Sagittarius, I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you're able to navigate through your path and make the decisions that you need to.